Let's talk about relationships, how we finally managed to walk away from a bad relationship, how we walk away from a toxic relationship, and how we move on from a really bad relationship. Y'all want to know the secret? There is no secret. I remember that when I was going through my separation, I I was doing okay then. And then I remember I had a friend. Sorry if this bothers you. I had a friend that was also going through her issues in her relationship and stuff like that. And I had already dealt with years of toxic and bad, and I'm talking about cops being called, hands being put on people, and it was bad. And I remember that my friend asked me, she said, how did you walk away from that relationship? How did you manage to walk away from that relationship? How did you manage to move on from that relationship? I want to know the secret. I want to know how. Because I'm not okay and I need to walk away, but I can't. And she said that whatever advice I gave her was the best advice I had ever given her. And I'm going to share it with you guys. There is no secret. There is no secret. I know that you can talk to somebody and they can tell you all these things and how you need to know your worth and how you're better than that and how you deserve better than that and how this and that. And it makes sense at the time when you're listening to this person. It makes sense. And you're like, yeah, that is so true. Yes. But you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. The only way you walk away from a toxic relationship is if they leave you or if you leave them. But the only way you're going to leave them is by being broken. You got to wait till you're finally broken, till you finally feel worthless, till you finally just have no other option but to leave because you are dying inside. Your heart is broken to the point where you feel like you're having a heart attack. You guys ever felt that? Where your heart is so hurt and so broken that you feel as if you're actually having a heart attack. You're not going to leave till then. If you do, good for you. But I'm saying when you're in a really bad relationship, when you're in a relationship where you're like, damn, I shouldn't be in this relationship, but I can't leave, you're not going to leave until you are so broken, you are so down that there's nowhere else to go but up and better. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can say. There's nothing someone else can say. There's nothing anyone can say to you to make you realize that. And I'm talking about people that are in really bad relationships, because I know that there's people that the relationship got bad and they were able to walk away. I'm talking about the relationships that destroy you. I'm talking about the relationships that make you feel like you love that person more than you love yourself. That's the relationships I'm talking about. I don't like to talk about me so much, but to me, it got to the point where I feel as if I loved him more than I loved myself. And if you put that person first, you're going to put yourself last, and you're going to keep destroying yourself, and you're going to keep hurting And you're going to keep begging for that person to stay, because although you're not happy, you cannot detach from that person. So I'm going to tell you, for those people that are in a relationship that is so bad that you just can't leave the relationship, unfortunately, baby, you're going to have to hit rock bottom for you to leave. You're going to have to be so destroyed to the point where you don't even know yourself anymore. That's how it is. I promise you. That's how it is. Because I had people tell me, my family, many people tell me, oh, this, and that, and you're this, and that, and look how much you accomplished, and you look at this, and that. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. And when I tried to put those tools to work, they didn't work. Because I saw what the relationship was doing to me, and I wanted to walk away from it, but I couldn't. My feet wouldn't move. And unfortunately, for those of you, there's nothing anybody can say. There's nothing anybody can do, because you're going to have to be so destroyed and so broken before you can leave. Or your kids have to be in jeopardy, because that's one thing that I don't play with is my children. But, unfortunately for me, I have a system where my kids are not, or were not, like, it's not like that. This was years ago. But my kids had someone that could say, come here, and we had a big house where we can go over there. And we would say the worst things to each other. The worst things you can say to somebody, and that shit will stab you right in the heart. That will stab you right in the heart. And you cannot believe this person is saying these things to you. You cannot believe that you're saying these things to this person. You're both doing it. And the more he says, the more it breaks you, the more it hurts, and the more you say, probably the more you hurt him. But you're still staying. And there's nothing you can do until you're so broken, so fucking broken, where you want to die. And then you're going to realize, I'm dying, and this person is still this person. If I'm dying in this, oh my God, that brings back memories. If I'm dying and this person is letting me die, it can't be love. It can't. I hope this helps.